Okay. All right. What's going on, everybody? It's yours truly. It is the resident Oni. It is your Enigma. Happy Saturday to every single one of you. And yes, if you're wondering what in the world is the Oni playing, yes, it's finally happening. It's finally happening, folks. Yours truly, the resident Muppet, the resident Oni, yours truly, is playing exactly what you think I'm playing. It is time, and I'm actually playing Doki Literature Club. I don't know what to expect with this game. I have no idea what the hell to expect whatsoever. I feel as though people have told me about it, and obviously it's in one ear out the other, especially because of the fact that I wanted to play it, so I didn't really pay attention. Sorry now to those who have told me, and they're probably like, you asshole. Give me a second. Alright, much better. But, we are here. We are the resident Oni. We are playing Doki Literature Club. This is happening, whether you like it or not. Alright. It is frighteningly weird. This is Doki Literature Club. From what I've heard, and based off the trailer, because obviously I did myself the honest favor before I started playing this game, and yes, my headset is on, okay. I just want to make sure. Before I decided to play this game, I watched the trailer. And this is honestly me the first time I'm touching this game whatsoever. So I don't know what to expect, but from what I've read, this is a psychological horror game. It is a nice, cutesy game that is a psychological horror game. Why am I doing this to myself, people? For your entertainment. Nah. If I want to do that, I'll just go watch Crunchyroll. Alright. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a positive experience playing this game. I might be screwed. I suffer from anxiety and depression, so we will see how this goes. I don't know. Would you like to reveal the contain spoiler? No, I don't want no spoilers. Why would I want any spoilers? No. Alright, by playing Doki Literature Club... Here goes nothing, right? Exactly. By playing Doki Literature Club, you do agree that you have noted the game's age rating in your region. You consent to your exposure to highly disturbing content. Pray for me, everybody. Pray for me. I agree. Okay, we're off to a good start. I'm concerned now, but okay. I can't back out and lower the volume! No! Fuck! Oh, well, we'll have to fix it later. Alright. We are... Oni. I saw that... did you hear that? I know! I gotta fix it! Give me a minute! I can't fix it in here. I have to fix it in game at the moment. Give me a minute. No! I'm not naming myself shitface for the memes. Much better. Okay. Alright, much better. Is that better for the volume? Yes? Can we all agree on that? Good volume level? The music's off. Thank you for letting me know that. So we're just going to turn off the music for now. Okay. Here we go. Return to game. Here we go. All right, let's get it going. All right. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from a distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. We're off to a great start. This sounds like me. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. I've had those friends in the past. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. Okay. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I feel better off. I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ah! The face. I overslept again. Sounds like me. But I caught you this time. Wow. I feel so honored and disturbed, perturbed. All the word, all of it. All of it. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to plug in my watch at the same time because I need to charge my watch. Because my watch is almost dead. There we go. Alright, here we go. Much better. Yeah, no. Can't take the cringe. uh, maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Sounds like me. You say that like you're thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Oni. I am mean. He doesn't know what's coming. He's unaware. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine, okay. But you did wait for me after all, unfortunately. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. I'm not doing that. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students, meaning there's making their daily commute as well. Okay. By the way, Oni, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. I did. I did. I'm sure it's possible that I did in one or many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sounds like me. This sounds really like me. That's the sad part. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. This sounds like my fucking everyday life. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. That's nice. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. Then let me go home. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought if you became a NEET in a few years. I have no idea what the fuck a NEET is. Or is because you're not used to the real world. Oh. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Then stop worrying. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises. Will you at least promise me that you'll try a little? I said no promises. Oh, yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Nightmare. Alrighty. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, look for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you were sitting here spacing out, so I came in. Okay. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait for me if I'm going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you'd need some encouragement, so I thought you know. Know what? Well, I thought you could come to my club. Oh, God. Sayori! Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. I'm not a meanie! Actually, I am a meanie. I'm a very mean person. I'm a bad, bad man. Give me a minute. I'm just writing something. I'm responding to something. All right. Ow. Okay. But I can't listen to them. Okay. All right. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Great. Since she was first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of VP. That said, my interest for literature is guaranteed to be even less. This really sounds like me a lot. Yeah, I'm going to anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I don't like that sound that I just heard. Hold on a second, folks. I'll be right back. Alrighty, everybody, I'm back. Here we go. Alright, I can tell this really that much of an airhead, or she's so cunning as to having planned all this out. That's great. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yay, let's go! Oh, this is unfortunate, and thus today marks the day. I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always says nice things about you. I'm concerned what the hell did this woman say about me? Okay. Seriously, you brought a boy? Hey! There's nothing wrong with me. Way to kill the atmosphere. Screw you. Ah, Oni! What a nice surprise. I'm concerned. Why are they so happy for me to be here? Welcome to the club. Okay. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry? Natsuki! Natsuki. I can't freaking pronounce shit correctly in the first place. There we go. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. I'm good at ignoring people, so this will work out very well. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people. Oh, like Sayori and Natsuki. Okay. Ah, well, nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know. I'm gonna call her Monica. That's it. I'm probably butchering names, and I don't care. All right. Is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Oni. She smiles sweetly. You stop it. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. Awesome. So having her smile at me is genuinely feels a little... You too! Come sit down. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me. Or, okay. I'll get the cupcakes. Cupcakes! Sorry. I get excited. I like cupcakes. We all know this. Alrighty. Oh, scratching. Sorry, I got a little... I didn't even read that. Fuck. Then how about I make some tea as well? Some tea sounds nice right now. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sora mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space between and one space, one next to Monica and one next to Sayori. Well, I'm going slow. That's why it looks slow. It looks slow because I'm going slow. To make sure I thoroughly read things and I don't want to miss anything. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I sit next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Okay. Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray and reveals a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Kitty cats. Hooray. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs the first one, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, look at the best angle, and take a bite. Sounds like something I would do. I can't help but notice her sneaking glance in my direction. She is waiting for me to take a bite. I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. Okay. Oh, shit. But not for you, you know, dummy. Why am I getting called a dummy already? It's my first day in the club. I'm already getting called a dummy. This ain't cool. Alright, alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table and carries a tea set. She carefully places the teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. Nice. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Done with COD for the day. Plunder is crap. Laggy is crap. And same crap as last night. Oh, that sucks. That really does. I hate that. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I mean that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me. But I at least enjoy tea. Which I do. I enjoy a nice cup of tea every once in a while. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I should tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be the board member for any of the major clubs. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Oniverse. I am the resident Oni. I hope you find my stream to be entertaining, chaotic, and ridiculous. And I hope you're having a wonderful evening. Hi, how you doing tonight? Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? I'm like, well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around major clubs. Okay. How you doing tonight? It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget, the publicity, and how to prepare events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special of it. I can agree with that. That's agreeable. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. I respect it. Monica is really a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in club yet. It must be hard to start new clubs. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. That sounds like my entire attempt at getting this channel to function properly. I'm confident that we'll all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have really worked hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Oni, what kind of things do you like to read? Thank you, buddy, and enjoy watching TV. Have a wonderful evening. Oh, well, considering how little I've read in the past year, I don't really have a good way to answer that. I've read manga, muttering quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki, her head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. She traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. Okay. The level of creativity and the craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. Oh, that's cool. I respect it. And telling a good story in such foreign worlds is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books and not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination and completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Just out of nowhere. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at a minimum level. Sounds like me. This really sounds like me, and I feel like I'm being called out right now. At this rate, Yuri might as well have a conversation with a rock. Really? Wouldn't expect that. Have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, that I really can't put it down. True. Surreal horror is often very successful that changes the way you look at the world, only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Okay. Why is that? Well, as his eyes dart over me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called "Don't Say It Out Loud!" And give me that back. Fine, fine. Oh, your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Aww. And puts her arms around her shoulders. Aww. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Ah, not a very confident writer yet. I understand how she feels. Okay, Natsuki feels. I share that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. Very true. You must be willing to open to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. I don't have one. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example to help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Um, yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Give me 1 second, folks. I need to check something. I'm getting. Give me 1 second. I need to. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to figure out something real quick. Um, I'm trying to figure out something. Cause, cause Crackle made a very valid point that like yes, the music can be copyright, but I just want to make sure that I'm not going to get in trouble for actually playing that music and everything. You know? Do you get what I'm saying? Like I don't want to like end up getting screwed out of this thing. Give me 1 second. Hmm. I want to see something. Is there a setting? Where's the settings? Hold on. I'm gonna figure out something real quick. Hold on. Oh no. You know, we're not gonna risk it. We're just not gonna risk it. I want to like at least play the music a little bit, but I don't want to risk it. You know what I mean? All right. Is that right, Oni? Monica smiles warningly at me once again. Hold on. There's still one problem. And what's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind this entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori made me stop by, but I never made a decision. I lose my train of thoughts. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought, Oni, you all. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? If writing the poem is a price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yeah, I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem and bring it to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Oni, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Nightmare. Yeah. I can really impress the class star, Monica. Like, can I really impress her with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat. Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Oni, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? I'm like, that's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. I'm like, sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room, and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school with a literature club? Perhaps I have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright! I just need to make the most out of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts the writing. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. I don't like writing. Why do I have to write? Mm-hmm. Alright, here we go. Sorry, I'm scratching my leg here. Alright, it's time to write a poem. Pick your word, the words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Alright, so who are we gonna focus on first? You know what? Let's kind of take it to what we would expect. Childhood best friend, right? We're gonna kind of go with that. Um, Let's see here. Hmm. Hmm. Let's try this word. Okay. This is only 2 out of 20 words here, folks. I'd like to point this out. Let's see here. Uh. Hmm. Hmm. I'm just trying to think of like words that actually match her. So hold on here. Hmm. That's disturbing. Anyway. All of a sudden I see the word suicide. What the fuck? Oh, I got a trophy. Doki Doki Poetry Slam. I don't want to know. I don't want to. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to read what that that one is about. Something I suffer from. Okay. Hmm. Oh, I think I got it finally. My neck has been bothering me all day. It feels amazing now. Oh, I just cracked my neck if you guys couldn't hear that. And I'm kind of glad you couldn't hear that. That's kind of bad. Ooh, Jesus. All right, we're almost halfway there, I guess. All right. Oh, my neck is stuck, man. That freaking hurt. She is hopeless. That's the reality of it all. Let's see here. Keep falling on my head. Bum, bum, bum. Anyway, if you didn't notice why I did that, it's because I picked the word rain cloud. So, let's see here. She ain't got no shame to her game. Ah, jokes. I got jokes. All right. Hmm. Let's see what we did. Perfect Sayori. I'm concerned. Hi again, Oni. Glad to see you didn't run away from on us. Don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back in the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Oni. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. She's not nice. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs last year. Or this year. And last year, too. I don't know what you plan, if you plan to come here to hang out, or what. But if you don't take us seriously then you won't see the end of it. Jeez. Tsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself struck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Oni always gives us his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire last year. Your house on fire once. I said last year. Oh, is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come you and Oni can become good friends too? Um, um, Sayori. Hmm? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, you're even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really, okay. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's not, when it's really not. Um, what do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. All right. Well, here. She reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want to make you feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is. This. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read it. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew! Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled, I expected Monica to kick off the scheduled activities in the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica have a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book, and I can't help but notice her intense expression. Like she's waiting for this chance. Like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slump down into the nearest desk. I have a mean itch in my back right now, and I don't like it. Ah, itchy, 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 itchy. Alright. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book that Yuri gave me. I guess I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening to Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our only chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know. We just need a way of showing that everyone. What's up? How far? We're really not that far in. We've only done the first poem. I'm taking it slow so I don't miss anything. I'm in like detective mode, like legit into my detective mode. All right. Sometimes something to speak of the creative mind. Mm, that doesn't solve the problem though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come to the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get the people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak the creative mind. Okay, what's this? So Rory is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear deliberate thing like this. Okay, that's a good point. I had to turn off the music because I don't want to end up getting a copyright or getting the audio muted in this game. It's the last thing I really need right now. What kind? Honestly, I feel like putting on my Spotify right now, so then we have at least some kind of music, and it's not as dreary. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. This actually just so then it's just not silent. I had to turn off the music to the game because or else I'm gonna get copyright stricken, and I don't want to get that, you know. Give me 1 second. I know you can barely hear it, but at least it's something. Well, I guess we could cupcakes. Good thinking. I would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't what you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I adore her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see a world without her eyes. Or the world through her eyes. See the world through her eyes. I can't speak words. I open my eyes, my eyes to find Sayori's face failing my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry! Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in the club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You need to get used to it. Don't say this. Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see Monica, if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah. I know. That sounds like me. This really sounds like me. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days in the past week have you gotten up on time? That's a secret. I knew it. Come on. Let's give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's all written all over your face. Sayori glances around at herself. How's it written all over my face? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look at your hair. It's sticking out all around. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need to brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your brow isn't straight either. And there's toothpaste stains on your collar. Right here. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger. Nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's going to tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori, why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. This is so funny. What is? Well, I just think how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess? Be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Doesn't this thing fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so. Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. She unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew! That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying it? Saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. So saying all these embarrassing things. Huh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. Fine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. Aw, but I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share our poems we wrote now? Yay! Oni, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Like, yeah? My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't we find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Sorry, I'm taking a sip of water. Alrighty. So, I think we're just going to go down the line. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's a good friend. She's my good friend after all. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Oni. I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm writing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it because I wrote it? Huh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Oni poem! Yeah. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in a club room. Oh, well, of course. I'm not really into it yet. But it doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Oni. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Yeah. Okay. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to it then. Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Okay. Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Alright, dear sunshine. The way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed. Making me rub my sleepy eyes. The sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away the rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. I love this! Sayori. This is just a guess, but do you wait until the morning to write this? No! Just a little bit. You can't answer. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It just came out nice. How should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially the last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Anika's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Who should I read next? Like I said, I'm gonna go right down the line. We're gonna go to Natsuki next. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. Well, that's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. I just didn't invoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I'm like, I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be so all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of writing poems, point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but hits you hard. I like it, like in this poem. Seeing everything around you, great things can really be disheartening. Okay, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the only thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feelings in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what I meant to. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Like, yeah, I guess not. I decide to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud then I won't take that away from her. Yuri. Silence. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? Oh, I'm so sorry! She buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice. It's been several minutes, and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there's specific writing habits that are usually typical in new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick them out. Okay. Revy's backseating spoiler tip of the day. You're not doing it wrong if nobody knows what's right. I can agree with that 110%. How we doing, Revy? I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick writing styles separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result: tired trying to find mold all day. Nothing yet, but something in here is making me sick. Oh goodness, I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope you find out what it is that's making you sick. I really do. The end result is that both the style and their expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It's been giving me vertigo all week, plus nausea, so it's been rough. I'm really sorry to hear that. I really hope you feel better soon. I'm so sorry to hear that. That's scary. Honestly, to deal with mold like that and everything, it's a scary thought. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to... I'd love to share my thought process behind it. She smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be literature club? Alright. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining starlight, or streetlight, to have withstood the best of time, or the test of time. The last yet replacing sicking blue-green hue in the future. I bathe. Calm breathing. I flicker back. Wow. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. Are you kidding me? What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you so long to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting's pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's very descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I write something a little more mild. I wanted to write something a little more mild. Okay. Something easy to discuss. To digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Huh? Uh-huh. Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Oni. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you didn't glance it over at all. You did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolic compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. That's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up one of these things too. Maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. All right. Last but not least, we have Monica. Oh, hi, Oni. Having a good time so far? Ah, yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share poems with me? I would love to. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Oni. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. Makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Oh well. We may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other or each other's well-being. Even if you show it in a different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that the kind of vibe I get when you're that's the kind of vibe I get when you're reading your poem. Okay. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy could enjoy sad things too? Yeah, totally unexpected. Well, to each his own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit, either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. It sounds... you sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Oh, you well? That's because I have to sound confident. Doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the directions the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel. Blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas already scorched with a permanent copy of meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It wasn't too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. So what do you think? It's very different. It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. It's something for sure. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Between the emphasis of timing between words and lines, when performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe if everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes, when you're writing a poem, a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. And that, my friends, is actually a very good point for everyday life. If you get too fixated on a certain topic in your life and you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never succeed. You're never going to make progress. Accept your imperfections and try to persevere along with them. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up a bit later. Anyway, to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark ink puddle. Very true. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I like that. Phew! I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little bit more stressful than I anticipated. And as if everyone is judging my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're being nice, there's no way my poem can stand up to theirs. Every autism person with profession, you want me to accept imperfections? Unacceptable! This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? Wouldn't it be faster to just have each person read out loud for everyone and then get the feedback? Yeah. I mean, no, you're not wrong. I mean, you're not wrong about that. But I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for a suggestion, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Oni did. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Oni liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Tsuki stunningly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Oni appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. Oh my god. Whoever needs his... whoever needs his what? If I'm not back in time, have a wonderful night, and I appreciate you. Ravi, I appreciate you too, and I appreciate the support you give to this channel and to me. It means a lot. Have a great walk with Hoover. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Oni started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! Oh god. I don't like fights, guys! Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they noticed I was just standing there. Oni! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Well, that's the point of making your poem all convoluted for no reason. The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Oni. Wait! There's no reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and the meaning of meaning the most effectively. Ah. My phone buzzed and scared the shit out of me. Okay, anyway. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Oni? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course I'm going to be, help me, Sayori! Natsuki? Clear from me. So instead, I turn towards Yuri. Yuri's expensive dispense anything help. Sayori! Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Oni. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. Oh, God. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Oh, boy. Things are heating up. I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna save here for tonight, and we're gonna continue this another time for tomorrow. I have to go to work, unfortunately, in the morning, so we'll probably do this tomorrow night as well. And then obviously I'm off on Monday, so we'll do something else on Monday. But I'm gonna call my stream here for tonight. I want to thank every single one of you guys for following me tonight. This is going to be continued on further. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. As always, I am your resident Oni, I am your Enigma, and I am signing off. Good night, everybody!